I'm Elisa, and I'm going to be teaching you today a song in the Suzuki book called Lightly Row. And it's a good song. It's the second song in my edition that I have here. And I'm working off of a little bit of an older edition, and you can find a copy of that music on my website. So I'm going to start off by just playing the song for you, and then I'm going to break it down into its parts and give you some suggestions on how to problem solve learning the song. Okay, here we go. Lightly row. 1, 2, or I should say 1 and 2 and. Okay, that's the song. And in this, we've got a couple of different types of like hand shapes, figures that we need to problem solve. We've got right off the beginning, O2, with that open E to 2 finger. String crossings are always really tricky. So one thing that I like to suggest people to practice for string crossings is what I call the 2-in-1. So I'm just repeating E, E, A, E, E, A, just like that over and over again, just to practice and make this nice and smooth. And it's good to switch that too, where you play the A twice, A, E. So it's a good warm up to do when you're going to play this song. This is another song in A major, so it's also good to warm up on an A major scale if that's in your practice. But I'm just going to continue to break it down here. So we've got O2, and then the next one is a 3-1 pattern. So in our hands, we want our knuckles to be nice and high, our elbows nice and forward. O, 2, 3, 1, and keep our fingers nice and close to the instrument when we're playing our open 2, open string, E to 2. Go ahead and put your first finger down as well. Like you want all your fingers to be down, or as many of them as you can. All right, for that first part. And then the next measure, measure 3, we have this nice scalar movement going up the scale, which if we've practiced our A major scale, boom, there it is. We can do it already. So like measure 3 sounds like this. Right? Just like that A major scale. So you can sort of rely on that one, practice your A major. Moving on to the next line. It sounds just like the beginning, but instead of a half note, we've got all quarter notes, starting on an up bow. So our left hand here is pretty much exactly the same, but we've got a little bit more movement here in the right hand. And then at the end of this line, we've got a nice chord. Go figure, we've got our A major chord. So if you're somebody who is playing arpeggios, that's a good thing to practice too. Not a requirement, but if you feel like practicing your arpeggios as well as your scales in A major, starting on the open A string, then that will help you again with this song here. So, and back to that 2-finger. There's the first part of the song. And then now, for me, this is line 3, going into the next part, which is also sort of a little bit scalar and a little bit sort of hanging out in certain areas. So we start off with this 1-finger, A1, played 4 times, and then we play a scalar figure going up with that 1, 2, 3, and then we go back down to 2-finger and play that 4 times. And again, a scalar figure going up, 2, 3, open E. Just like that. And then the end of the song is really a lot like the beginning of the song. For me, line on my edition that I'm looking at here, line 2 is exactly the same as the last line, line 4. And I love to make note of that sort of thing because a lot of times students are like, oh, it's so long, I'm never going to learn all this music. And I'm like, actually, there's not that much music to learn because you've already learned it, and a lot of these tunes, A, B, A, and you've got the first part, some middle part that's a little different, and then a lot of times the end is the same as the beginning. So just, you can rely on that and kind of relax a little bit. So this last line here is the same as line 2, and I'm going to go ahead and just play that. Open E to 2, 3, 1. Good. So that's it. That's the whole song. So if you play your A major scale and your A major arpeggio, that will prepare you. I like to suggest people do sev-check patterns. I love sev-check. I use it all the time. But my favorite thing to do is to pull sev-check patterns out of the music itself. So here, just taking a look at the finger patterns that are often used, we have a lot of this open E, 2, 1, 3. So that would be a great one to practice and just sort of repeat. Just like that. And then if you do that, you're going to find that when you encounter those parts in the music, it's going to be just so much easier. Let's see, what's another good pattern here? Another good sev-check pattern would be just really the beginning of that A major scale. Just repeating that over and over again. Good. And let's see. Another good one would be the arpeggio part. And you could just sort of complete the arpeggio. I know that the note is not here. We don't play this high A, but or E3 here in the music, but you could add it there. And just repeat that over and over again. That would be great to practice. Or you could just keep it simple and just play like literally exactly the measure that's here. And just repeat that. And if you do those preliminary practice exercises when you go to play the music, it's just going to come out so much easier because you've already worked out the technical obstacles there. So great. Well, I hope you enjoy, and thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.